Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Midnight Resistance on the Sega Mega Drive. Fantastic game. I'm not really here to discuss this. I'm here to talk about a couple of, I guess, tags that have been going around recently. The first one is how much is too much, and the second one is will the price of retro games continue to rise in the manner that we've already seen them rising. So, first of all, how much is too much? Basically, that's a completely personal question and is down to the person. But I do believe that it does tie into the second tag. So, how much is too much? It depends on how much spare time you have and why you're collecting games in the first place. Now, there are people who collect games just to play them. There are people who collect games just to enjoy having them or owning them. And there are people who do both. So, it greatly depends. For me, personally, I'm someone who collects games, but I collect them to play. Now, I've probably got close to 300 games. Every Tuesday I go to my friend's house, play games for, maybe 3 or 4 hours. And it's took us 3 years to play, at least try, all of the games I've got. So that gives you some sort of idea of the amount of hours of play. So I think as people get older, you get more responsibilities. And so therefore you have less time. You may have a wife, you may have children, you may have 2 dogs you've got to take for a walk, you may have work commitments, maybe you just can't be bothered anymore. Maybe when you come in from work and all you want to do is sit down and watch a bit of telly, you've got no interest in video games. Or you've not got the interest you did have. People change, things change, situations change, that's completely natural, that's just, human nature. So how much is too much, to just summarise, is purely based upon a personal thought and why you're collecting in the first place. Now, moving on to the second sort of tag question from Ben Shemuso. Will the price of retro games continue to rise? My answer is no. I don't think they will continue to rise. I think they'll sort of level out. I'm not suggesting that they're going to go to absolute nothing and people are going to be buying last resort for 50p, but I think the madness is going to end. About 3 years ago I got into retro gaming again. I've always had a couple of boxes stashed up there in the loft, hoarded away, full of games. But it was only about 3 years ago that I got back into playing them again. Oh, this guy does my head in. I got back into playing them again. And in that period of time, the price of games has just got astronomical. When I first got back into it, it was really affordable on eBay. It cost you next to nothing. Got to collect those keys. But now it has got out of hand. And it's all about supply and demand. That is the main factor. Now, why do I think it's not going to continue to rise? Well, the first reason I don't think it's going to continue to rise is that people are getting older. What a lot of people seem to have failed to have mentioned is the fact most of us arrived here on the nostalgia train. We came here because we wanted to relive memories of our childhood. Now, some of us, that led us into buying hardware and hundreds of games and whatever else, but the reason we came here in the first place was nostalgia. So my second point is, I don't think that the future generations or the children of today will be that interested in retro gaming. Why do I not think that? Well, basically because they won't be reliving the same nostalgia, the reason that we're here playing these games. Sure, they're good, but that's not the main reason most of the people are here on YouTube or playing these old games. It is all about nostalgia. The children of today, or future generations, they'll want to play on iPods and play Call of Duty. They won't be interested in any of this sort of business. Sure, there'll be a niche few, as there is, in any sort of old, collectible items. There's always going to be people interested in them because people like to collect stuff. But I think supply will fall, and so will demand, and prices will level out. So that's pretty much it, really. That's my opinions on it, and obviously I know there is a lot of differences, and I've watched some fantastic videos. It's been an interesting week, certainly here on YouTube, but I just thought I'll get my point across because it seems with a few people that what they're saying in the video and what they're saying in the comments section isn't quite the same. And so I thought I wasn't going to make a video response, and I thought, you know what, I will do, because I'm not getting my point across here. So here it is. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll upload some more videos soon.